If you want a new grad software engineering job this year, there are three things that you have got to be doing right now. And so here's a little bit of credentials. I did get new grad offers from Amazon and Google. Here's the Amazon offer letter. Here's the Google team matching email. I'm also the one that built out the machine learning section of NeetCode. So if you go to the machine learning section here and you go to GPT Learning Hub, click this link over here. This is actually my company and my other YouTube channel where I teach AI and machine learning. I also run a community where I help students and new grads get offers in big tech. And so you can see one of my students, Kevin here, he just got an offer from Visa. This is absolutely sick. He's like, I'm not even satisfied with this. He wants to shoot higher. Dude is an absolute demon. He got an interview at OpenAI recently, which is absolutely insane. I mean, pro is trying to lock in Citadel level. And so I know what you're doing right now. You're applying to positions on this new grad GitHub repo. Maybe you're even using Handshake if your college has that, and it's not working. You're not even getting that many interviews. And so in this ghetto little Google Doc over here, I'm going to drop the secret sauce, the actual strategies that got me new grad offers from Amazon and Google. Let's get started. So strategy number one is to stop worrying about referrals. So again, you're probably going through this GitHub repo, the classic simplify repo, maybe trying to see which companies you can get referrals at, maybe trying to see if you have any family or friend connections, but I need you to actually stop worrying about referrals. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but let me explain. Referrals can still help, but they're starting to matter less and less and less. You probably know someone that had a referral, still couldn't get an interview. Maybe that even happened to you. And the reason referrals are starting to matter less and less is because tons of people are getting referrals these days. Everybody and their mom has got a referral to like Amazon or Google these days. And again, referrals can still help. I'm not saying don't get referrals at all, but you need to stop thinking that referrals are going to be the secret sauce that gets you a new grad offer. There's even this website called Referral Hub. I'm not affiliated with them, don't know the founders or anything like that, but you can just straight up buy referrals at big tech companies. You can buy an Nvidia referral for 35 bucks. You know, you can buy an Amazon referral for 51 bucks. And there's like a bunch of companies on here. So if anyone can just straight up buy a referral, it's obviously not going to matter as much anymore. And so if referrals don't matter, then how do you actually get interviews, right? That's going to bring us into strategy number two, because just sending out applications on the freaking Simplify repo and Handshake is not going to be enough. So strategy number two is to actually cold email recruiters. You've probably heard about this strategy before, but I'm going to take a guess and say that you haven't actually tried it, or maybe you did try it, but you just didn't have much success. And because, I mean, nobody actually wants to do this, right? It feels like our degrees that we worked pretty hard for should be enough. So nobody actually wants to go and like cold email recruiters and reach out to them. But trust me, it's worth it. And so here's a little bit of sauce on how to actually do it. I have this entire guide on cold email. If you want it, just drop a link in the description. And I've got a bunch of templates here, like how to do cold emails, when to send them. And I'll just show you this template for now. You know, you reach out to the recruiter, and I'll show you how to actually get the recruiter's email in just a sec. Like I found this early career recruiter at Google. I'm going to show you how to actually find her email address. So you say, hey, I noticed you recruited for engineering at, let's say, Google. I'm a new grad from, say Georgia Tech, seeking an early career suite role. You drop a couple highlights from your resume, like your two most impressive bullet points. And in strategy number three, I'm going to actually go into a bit more about the resume. But you drop your two most impressive bullet points and you say, hey, if you're the right contact, just, at least tell me what the best posting to apply to is, or just like forward my contact info to the right recruiter for the role. And then always attach your resume as a PDF. And so the template is somewhat straightforward. There are some other details, and if you want a full video on cold email, just drop a comment. But more or less, the template is pretty straightforward. The next question is like, how do you even find recruiter emails? And so there's a Chrome extension completely free called Apollo. And I've already got it installed. That's why I see this little like yellow icon over there. But I'll just go to Google's LinkedIn page and type in early talent, university recruiter. You've probably heard of those kinds of titles before. I just typed in early talent and I found this recruiter who's an early career recruiter at Google, which means she would recruit, new grads, entry-level SWEs. You find her LinkedIn profile, right? You click the Apollo extension. This is totally free to download as a Chrome extension. And boom, it gives me her work email right here. And you could literally use this extension to find any recruiter's email. It's literally a cheat code. I don't know why more people don't do this, right? And so you literally just use this template. If you want the full guide, I can go ahead and drop that in the description if you want. And trust me, cold email works. It's way more effective than referrals. All the students in my program right now, they're all having tons of success with cold email. It's getting them way more interviews than referrals alone. And again, cold email is what helped me get offers from Amazon and Google. All right, on to strategy number 3 is to fix your damn resume. Cold email is not going to work if your resume sucks. Referrals are not going to work if your resume sucks. Straight up cold applications are definitely not going to work if your resume sucks. Your resume is like the most important thing in the entire recruiting process. Like if you're not getting interviews right now, it's probably because your resume sucks. I mean, that's like the only document that companies are using to, to decide whether to give you an interview or not. And whether it's, ATS evaluating your resume or an actual recruiter, if you're not getting interviews, it has to be an issue with your resume. And so this video would be a bit too long if I go into like every single thing you need to do to optimize your resume. I've got a separate video on that, but I'm going to go over like the top few things that you need to fix on your resume ASAP. Like these changes that I'm about to go over are literally what helped my resume get into Amazon and Google. And these are literally the changes I make for all of my other students' resumes in my program. Okay, so you've got to make these changes that I'm about to go over. First things first, your education section needs to be at the top of your resume. There's so many people who put this at the bottom, and that's a huge mistake because then recruiters are going to think you're like a senior, more advanced engineer, and they're going to judge you way more harshly. So education section needs to be at the top. The next thing is going to sound kind of simple, but it makes a massive difference, and it's your titles. You need all of your titles to just say software engineer. I see so many students, some of them are like research assistant is the title, some of them is like full stack developer, or one of them is like front end developer, the other one is like back end engineer. Stop doing that. Just change all the titles to software engineer. Even if your title was like IT intern, I don't care. Just put the title as software engineer for every single job, every single experience on your resume, and I promise you will get more interviews. And the reason for that, there's 2 reasons. One, this is something recruiters specifically like to see because it makes your experience look more cohesive. And ATS will also, if you're applying to a job that says software engineer, well, ATS is specifically going to check to see if your previous job postings, previous work experiences actually say software engineer. And so a lot of people are scared to do this because they're like, oh, I can't change my titles, but it literally doesn't matter. No one's going to verify this. And whether it was full stack developer, back end developer, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. Just put software engineer for all your titles and you will get more interviews. Next, you need to have actual metrics and quantitative impact in every single bullet point. Percentage of data integrity, end-to-end response accuracy, sub 15-second visualization updates, improving search accuracy by 20%. You need to have that quantitative impact in every single bullet point on your resume. If you don't have quantitative impact on a particular bullet point, recruiters are literally just going to skip straight past that. So you need to have quantitative impact, metrics, percentages in every single bullet point. And so a lot of people don't know how to get that because maybe at their internship or their previous job, they didn't actually measure the impact of their work, but it's totally chill if you just put like a rough estimate. Just make sure it sounds believable. And if you get asked about it in an interview, make sure you could reasonably defend it. But it doesn't have to be exact. It's totally cool to just, ballpark a rough estimate. You got to have that impact on your resume. And then the technical skills section. I mean, dude, a lot of people are afraid to like fluff up this section with keywords. But I mean, it's just part of the game. You should really just add as many keywords there as possible so that you can get past ATS. The one thing I would say is don't put technologies on here that you've literally never used before or never even heard of. Like at least make sure you're vaguely familiar with like a framework or tool before you put it on your resume. That's the one caveat I would give. But other than that, literally just put as many keywords on there as possible that you are reasonably familiar with. It will help you get more interviews. Like a lot of people are afraid to say that because they're like, it's a little controversial. Like a lot of other creators on YouTube are afraid to say that, but I'll always keep it real with you. I just want to give you the advice that's actually going to help you. All right, if you want to get one-on-one guidance with this entire recruiting process, so resume, cold email, mock interviews, literally everything from an entire team of FANG engineers, just click that link below and book a call with me, and we'll see if you're a good fit for this program right here. We actually guarantee that you get like your dream new grad offer by the end of the program, and if you don't, you literally get a full refund. We literally refund you every penny if you don't get an offer that you're satisfied with by the end of our program. So click that link below, book a call to speak with me. And if you want some more YouTube videos to watch where I go over the strategies that actually got me into Amazon and Google, just go ahead and click like the videos right here. YouTube should have them pop up soon. And yeah, I'll see you soon.